I'm in debt right now because of application costs, but in terms of like the cost of medical school, I haven't taken out the loans yet. So I will be very deep in debt very soon.
So how much do you think you save for that then?
So it depends what I end up doing. I really want to do surgery. I keep an open mind, so maybe later down the line I won't do surgery, but you know, it can change. Maybe I'll enjoy something else like radiology or internal medicine. But in terms of how long it'll take to pay off, your average physician makes about $300,000 a year. So if I live within my means, I could probably pay it off in 2 or 3 years. I don't really care for like big houses or like 6-car garages. I really like the 1999 Nissan Skyline, and if I have that car, I think that's like once I have that car, like I'm set.
How much do the classes are to like a very top level in colleges and stuff?
I'm sorry, to get into colleges?
Yeah, like how much would that help you like in the
I wouldn't say that it helped me get into college, but it helped me take the classes. So like when Miss Miller was teaching allied health in 18 and 19, it was very A&P and medical terminology heavy. I don't know if it's still that heavy, but for us, we took these like standardized tests for pre-med students, and I remember scoring really high on them, and it was the one class that I thought I never had to put any effort into because everything just felt really natural, and I had never experienced that before. So I was like, okay, well obviously if this is so natural for me, this should be the field that I go into. And there were several other factors that influenced my decision to go into medicine, but I would say that the classes that I took here with Miss Miller specifically helped me a lot in undergrad. What is it? Matriculation rates are the amount of students who applied and got accepted actually make it into the school. So let's say a medical school accepts 2 students and only one of them actually starts taking classes at that program, their matriculation rate would be 50%. Any other questions? Sorry, what? Was it worth it in the end? I don't know, I'll tell you in 9 years. Yeah.
Why not?
Because I'm just starting medical school in June, and then that's 4 years, and then I'll have 5 years of general surgery, assuming I do surgery. So, in 9 years, I'll tell you if it was worth it. I can tell you so far it's been worth it. I mean, I really enjoyed college. I think I'm going to enjoy medical school when it's not, suffering, but
How much do you love your grandma?
a lot. My grandmother raised me, actually. That's my mom as well. We all lived in one house while I was growing up, so it was a big family. But yeah, I love my grandmother very much. So I thought that.
what's your job title?
What's my what?
Job title?
So I have a few. Right now, I am a surgical tech. That's like my main job. When people ask me what I do, I just tell them I'm a surgical tech. Basically means I set out the tools for surgery for surgeons, where I prepare them before the case, and I put them on a case card and make sure that it's the correct patient and the correct tools. Like, if we're doing like a laminectomy or like a spine surgery, I just make sure that there's no like heart surgery tools on the cart and make sure everything is like squared away before we start. But I'm also a researcher at the University of Michigan. I research UTIs and how silver nanoparticle embedded Foley catheters cause UTIs. It's a mouthful, but are you familiar with what a catheter is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just imagine we have.
Just talking about it yesterday.
Oh, okay, so yeah. That's good though, because I like talking about it. My research is my favorite thing to talk about because in the last 4 years or so, I and the professor that I've been working with, we proved that these silver nanoparticle embedded Foley catheters that are marketed as being antimicrobial are actually not antimicrobial. So we put the catheters in a broth. It's called LB broth. It basically mimics urine. You can think of it as fake lab created urine. And we put the catheters in this lab created urine, and then we would inoculate it, meaning we would insert bacteria into it in very, very small amounts of a bacteria called Proteus mirabilis. It's the second most common pathogen